Igbo ọma na-ege ntị, anyị ekene unu ọzọ n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị sịkwanụ ka onye chiri ya zelu. Ese daalụ niile kwụsị esola anyị n'ife anyị na-eme n'ilu akwụkwọ a. Ma n'ụbọchị nke taa ya gbapụ ya ọsọ n'ife anyị were elika olili nnukwu nne nnukwu eziokwu Chineke na-akụlọ mmiri anyị na-echesi nsi has finally be out. The gospel of Chukwuka Abiama. A powerful truth about ife na-eme kịta na Igbo and the Igbos and the Igbo Biafrans, reviewed by Dr. Okechukwu. Nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa mma like ka ụmụ Igbo gee ya bụ ife na ya bụ ife ụmụchukwu anyị ga-esi ya kabarụ ka drop your own comment. All right, once again, if you forget, this is Eastern News 24. I will give to you the latest happening and the latest story concerning the Biafra land. All right, we are going to be moving straight now. No good work. I just get before one night. Well, why no bossing get her? You get here before Kabaru drop your own comment on the comment section below. All right, over to you, sir.
Benue, these the people. Of course, we have the Igbos in the Akwa Ibom, the Okolos, part of Asandoki is in Akwa Ibom.
Thank you. The video you were watching will be back shortly. But before that, have you shared this video? Have you invited somebody to this page? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? Have you donated stars? Have you liked? Have you dropped your comments? Please keep doing this for us so that we can be bringing you more exciting and exclusive educative content for your viewing pleasure. My beautiful people, it's your boy again, the XDT and the WAPI, the extra talented young progressive entrepreneur, the RFB refinable boy, SBGC street boy gone classy, and I'm repping Namen TV, bringing you vibes from the streets. This morning is a special one. When I mean special, I mean extraordinarily special. I am having a notable, a prestigious person right here on Namen TV platform, Barrister Uche Unveils. Sir, please have the time to introduce yourself properly.
Thank you very much. My name is Dim Uche Unveils. I'm a lawyer by training. I'm a social scientist and an educationist. I'm a native of one small community, if you like, call it a big community, called Elele, in Ikwerre local government area of Rivers State. I'm a proud Igbo son. A proud Igbo son. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. This is Namen TV. We are a social media platform that we are currently propagating the message of unification amongst the Igbo people, irrespective of where they are. We have taken it upon ourselves to also launch a project called Unify the Igbos Now. Unify Igbos Now. And it's trending. It's all over social media. We are receiving the much needed attention, the followership and engagements. Well, enough said about that. Now, we are here with you. Thank God. I have some few questions that we will be attending to that relates to the Igbo people and the possible way of unifying them, irrespective of which name or nomenclature they want to identify themselves. But the Igbo man that we know, once you practice the 4 market days, the Ori Afo and Eke, and also through your name, if you call God Chineke, definitely you are an Igbo man. That is true.
Well, I've gone beyond that. beyond these simplicities. The Igbos know themselves. Those who are Igbos know themselves in and outside Igbo land. And if you read some of my articles in the past, I've made it very clear that I will speak for myself, and I'm bold to say that I'm an Igbo, I'm an Ikwerre, and I'm bold to say that Ikwerres are Igbos. And I will want to stop at that because I deal with historical facts. I look at documents, some predating 200, 300 years ago, even written by those who never entered the hinterland Igbo. They never got to the hinterland Igbo. They were on the Igbo, they were on the fringes of Igbo land. And they met the indigenous people, documented them, and in black and white said they're Igbos. I'm not talking about post-colonial or colonial Nigeria, when the Ikwerres openly said they're Igbos, and not only said that, they asserted it. They asserted it and defended it. So I will stop at that.
Okay, sir. Thank you. All right. You are one-time Secretary General of the Apex Sociocultural Group, the Ohanes and Igbo.
Yes, I was.
So, can you tell us about? I mean, tell us brief about your time with the organization.
Well, I thank God for the opportunity, and I thank Igbo for the opportunity that was given to me to serve as Secretary General. And of course, those of you who are journalists know what happened and what I passed through, where some people purportedly claimed illegally that I was removed from office because I disagreed clearly with them, and I made it very clear that the adoption of Atiku Abubakar by exception of Ndi Igbo in 2019 was injurious and inimical to the collective interest, collective vision, collective mission, the ideas, principles that we take the Igbos to a promised land. And I made it very clear. My argument was predicated on 4 fundamentals. 1, Atiku is a Fulani, Buhari is a Fulani. Atiku is a Northerner, Buhari is a Northerner. Atiku is a Muslim, Buhari is a Muslim. So why not allow Buhari to complete his 8-year term, which will end May next year, 2023, than bringing in an Atiku who will stay, if he wins the election, till 2027. And that I believe that if we must assess the presidency, it is easier to assess it through an incumbent president than to confront him. Because I saw the APC, as at that time, was growing stronger, and Buhari was a very strong character, that if Igbo supported him and negotiate well with him, that we can negotiate presidency in 2023 with him. Unfortunately, some persons felt otherwise, adopted Atiku, and of course you saw the disaster, and you see where we are today. And then the question I now ask, if you take Igbo land today, the majority of the bulk of Igbo land is under the APC. Imo State has 27 local government areas. Ebonyi has 13. That is 40 local government areas. The 2 PDP states in the hinterland Igbo are Abia and Enugu. If you put their LGAs together, it's less than 40. So the point is that you can now say I'm a visionary leader. I'm somebody who sees tomorrow. But we are past that. My concern is what happens to Ndi Igbo beyond now. Well, the issue of whether those who claimed whether I was suspended or not have been trashed out by the handled by the Conference of Archbishops and Bishops of Igbo in Igbo land, led by Archbishop Chukwuma of the Anglican, the Enugu Diocese of the Anglican Church, as chairman and Archbishop Oko of the Methodist Church of Omuahia, Methodist Diocese of Omuahia. That had been addressed. They said the purported unlawfully legal suspension or removal from office is void. Not only that, they returned me to the office of the Deputy President General for Igbo in black and white. But I've said time without number that the problem of Igbo is beyond the politics of Ohanese, is beyond the politics of any other group. The survival, the interest of Igbo is beyond individuals and groups. Igbo must come out and speak with one voice now, tomorrow, and in the future.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Barrister. Okay. During your term as the Secretary General, like I said earlier, this particular interview is centered on the unification of the Igbo. Was there at any point the issue of unifying the Igbos in the hinterland and also with their kith and kins outside in the deltas, in the rivers and beyond?
Let me tell you something. I must state here for record purposes that Ndi Igbo don't have the problem of unity. They don't. What happened is that the post-war Nigeria traumatized Ndi Igbo and frightened some sections of Ndi Igbo who were not located in the hinterland Igbo. They were so scared to say we are Igbos. But as time went on, by 76 to 79, a large chunk of our people here came out openly to say, look, we'll be Igbos. And they said it before the war, but there was no space to say it in during the war in 1970. People were being slaughtered for being Igbo and so on and so forth. In Rivers State, some of the most powerful Igbo sons and daughters here said, look, we're Igbos. Francis Ella said, I'm an Igbo man. And he stood his ground. He was a senator in 1979. Sisi Uche, who went to the Constituent Assembly in 1977, and of course, former state chairman of the NPP, the father of Chibuno Uche, first deputy speaker in this democracy that started in 1999. So I'm an Igbo. Or probably one of the former registrar university of Port Harcourt. I'm an Igbo. First Ikwerre minister, Chief Emmanuel Aguma, former administrator of Port Harcourt province in the People's Republic of Biafra. I'm an Igbo. And of course, from time immemorial, the Ikwerres, for example, had always said they're Igbos. Of course, you remember the Willing Commission. The Ikwerre people stood their grounds and said, we're Igbos. Joseph Obo said, I'm an Igbo man. Jackson MP said, I'm an Igbo man. Chief Emmanuel Oriji said, I'm an Igbo man. So I don't know where people are getting this insinuation that Igbos are not united. Igbos are very, very, very united.
Okay, sir. But it seems in recent days, especially in the Ikwerre communities, it seems that people are being victimized and strangulated politically when they identify as Igbos. Why is it this way?
I don't agree. Nobody can victimize anybody in Nigeria today that is because he says an Igbo man. Is anybody victimizing me? Is anybody victimizing Amechi? The answer is no. Did anybody victimize? Amechi had had one of the best political careers in this country, from speaker to governor to minister, director general of the campaign organization for Buhari 2 times. Nobody victimized. Nobody can victimize me for saying I'm an Igbo man. How can you victimize the people with over 70 million people? You can't victimize them.
Okay. Sorry. Let's say a census is organized to be conducted on the ethnic population of the Igbo people. Will the Ikwerres, would we record at least 60, 70, or 80% of Ikwerres identifying as Igbos.
What would they identify themselves as? Because in logic, there must be a premises that will take you to a conclusion. So if the Ikwerre man is before an enumerator, what will he say he is? He's an Ikwerre man. Okay, let him write he's an Ikwerre man. Will he write any other thing? He will write Ikwerre as his tribe or nationality. And if he writes that better, he's an Ikwerre is the Igbo. The totality of Ikwerre land is Igbo land. Who is debating that any longer? Is anybody debating that? I don't think so. I'm saying that the entire Ikwerre is Igbo land.
We still have voices.
Who?
We still have voices who says Ikwerre is not Igbo. Just like we have in Ika.
Who said, you see, I don't address a vacuum. I don't talk to the void. Who said Ikwerres are not Igbos?
Okay. Okay. Let's go over here. We have a both two terms governors of the state in the person of governor, the present the governor Nyesom Wike, and the former Barrister Rotimi Amaechi. Okay, it's not a barrister.
No.
Okay.
He's a doctor, chief
Okay,
doctor.
Chief Doctor Rotimi Amaechi. These are Ikwerre sons.
Of course.
One identifies as Ikwerre Bini. One identifies as Ikwerre Igbo. How do you see this?
Who said this Ikwerre people are Bini? Who said, be specific so I can know who I'm addressing?
On national television, on an interview with, it's there on record, with Dele Momodu, Governor Nyesom Wike, expressed that when Dele Momodu asked him, "Are you an Igbo man?" he vehemently opposed that. Let's say, "I am not Igbo," in this exact word. "I am not Igbo." He started explaining that he is of Bini. He traced his origin to Bini. I mean, he said it. It's there. I mean, it's there for.
And you read my reply in the Vanguard.
Yes, I also read.
Then you should be able to copiously present my report in the Vanguard. Review it on your on your television, your online television. I did a 4-page response to that. 4-page. I took time from page 1, page 9, page 10, 11, 12, about 5 pages in the Vanguard. Vanguard of December 5th, 2000 and 2020, 2 years ago. Less than 2 years. I replied to him. I wrote that it's not true. And I went into his memory lane, and when I dived into history to show very illustrious great sons of Ikwerre who in the past had said Ikwerre was Igbo. And I cited documents. Now, let me tell you, no document, no, not one document, not one document 70 years ago say Ikwerre people are Benin. Not one. If you have anyone, show me. Then I will tell you something here, and I'll give it to you before you go, so you can photocopy it. The Oba of Benin, Omo Polo, Eredowa, served in Ahoda Division as Assistant District Commissioner between 1954 and 1965 for 11 years. He wrote a book published by Spectrum Publishers. He said, Ikwerre and the Che people are Igbos in black and white. He wrote it, the Oba of Benin. He said that typical Igbos.
I mean, this document can be accessed.
I have it in my house. Just, I'll go back now and give you a photocopy so you can cite it. He said that Ikwerre and the Che people are typical Igbos. Not only typical Igbo, they have the characteristics like Igbo. They work hard like Igbos. Their men work hard like the way Igbo men work hard. Everything that they have, all the characteristics and features of the Igbo. So I don't know where they're getting. And I've said this time without number. If you read my interview in Source Magazine, 26th of August, 2000, 22 years ago, I said Ikwerres are Igbos. It was the cover page of the Source Magazine. That can be given to you. I have been, in the last 30 years of my life, I've been consistent. But we're Igbos. You don't just because you are angry say Ikwerre are not Igbos. And I'm sure he didn't, after that, he has not said any other thing. Has he ever said any other thing?
No.
I'm not sure he's saying that, because today you can see that at the PDP convention or primaries, you see where his support base was. You saw the support base. And you see that his people stood by him. His people stood by him. And I'm sure that his brother, the Bini man that he fought for, in his silent moment, will be asking himself whether the man understands his language or dialect at all. But that's by the way.
Do you know that you can advertise your goods and services on this space? Just call the number showing on your screen. Let's talk about your business. Let's advertise for you. Let's show your goods and services to the rest of the world. Thank you. Issue the identity crisis between the Ikwerre and the Igbo people and the Ikwerre, are not to be disputed. That Ikwerre are Igbo people.
I have said it time without numbers. Res essa loquito, what you can read. It is there in the magazines, newspapers, in and outside Nigeria. And I have cited Ikwerre sons and daughters from Uzuki Igbo. The late Dr. B. Wale, first Ikwerre senator, first Ikwerre PhD holder, identified with Ndi Igbo. The first Ikwerre minister, Chief Emmanuel Aguma, identified with Ndi Igbo. In recent times, the two greatest sons, gladiators, Ikwerre have produced in politics in the last 20 years is Amechi and Wike. Both of them have been ministers. Both of them have been governors. Wike is still a serving governor. Amechi say, I'm Igbo. What is greater than that? Why do people pick and choose? It's like calling the dog a bad name in order to slaughter it. That's what some people are doing. Oh, Ndi Ikwerre say awu Ndi Igbo. Oh, Ndi Ikwerre say awu Ndi Igbo. Ha, kwe ho say awu Ndi Igbo. Elote shi say awu Ndi Igbo. Ele mgbe ha say awu Ndi Igbo. Ele forum he kwuru ya. Ele memo ha submitri. He wegre say awu Ndi Igbo. Ele ha gbanwo na aha ha kwụsịrị Uche. Ha kwụsịrị za Chidi, Chinedu, Ngozi, Chika, Chukwu, Amadi, ha kwụsịrị ya. Ihe ị ga-asụ ndị Igbo Ikwerre sị ha wụ ndị Igbo. Ịpụtakwa, ị ga-ahụkwa ndị Igbo sọ iwe na-ewe ha wụ ndị Igbo. Ọwụwe ndị Igbo sọ ha wụ ndị Igbo. So, ọ ga-ewere ndị Ikwerre fugbo onye Ikwerre si awụ onye Igbo fugbo na mma. Gị hapụ na esi ocheta si awụ onye Igbo ya chọwa na ụmụnna ya. So why do you worry yourself that onye Ikwerre si awụ onye Igbo? Ị ga-ewere ndụ sa ha wụ ndị Igbo na-aga. We just lost the deputy president general, the man who was there as deputy president general from Ekpe Jewel, onye Ahuda. Ọ nwere ndụ sa ha wụ ndị Igbo n'ebe ahụ. Ọ nwere ndụ sa ha wụ ndị Igbo. So those things doesn't bother me. Let me tell you, the boundaries of nations are determined by the sharpness of the sword. Nowhere in the world will a people follow a weak leader. Ị ga-anọkwa nga isi ndị Igbo ga-enweta ihe buru ibu. Ị ga-ahụ ndọsa ha awụ ndị Igbo. Ma ha awụ ndị Igbo, ha ga-achọ onye Igbo ahụ ji ya nọ. Ndị Igbo sị na ihe ewu na-eso onye bụ igu. Eso onye Igbo gbara agba buru igu. Ị ga-ahụ ha niile apụta na-achụgharị onye bụ igu. Ọ bụ ụtọ narị. I cannot say my father, who I have the same DNA with, awụhụ nna m maka onweghị ego, maka onweghị ike, onweghị ọchịchị, onweghị akụ na ụba. Agwụrụ ahụ ị na-ele anya so ha enweghị mmadụ akụ na ụba anọghị ofu eshi, otu eshi mmadụ ga-esi nga apụta. Ojajulam Igbo.
Thank you. I mean, but we will not derail. Now, the Igbo question. Do you think the Igbo man can be politically relevant with the kind of politics that is being played in current Nigeria?
If you Google and listen to my lecture in Enugu 3 years ago, they organized under the auspices of Ali Igbo Development Foundation, ADF, the organization, the Pan-Igbo organization, socio-political organization led by Professor Nwala. I made it very clear that we only made a mistake and we're paying for it. When you make a mistake, you pay for it anywhere in the world. In 1966, before the coup of January 15th, were Igbos not politically strong and relevant? Were we not? So it was the mistake of January 15th, 1966 that helped our detractors to label us as ndị nsogbu, ndị na-achọ okwu, ndị na-egbu ndị nọ n'ọchịchị, ndị a ga-ewere eme ndị na-eku mmiri na ndị na-epe nkụ. But Chineke ga-azọpụta anyị. Chineke ga-azọpụta anyị. One thing you will not take away from ndị Igbo is that wherever they found themselves, as the Oba Obini said in that book, which I'll give to you, that the Igbo man is resilient, strong, willed, purposeful, clear vision, clear mission. Post-war Nigeria, we've recovered, and we have recovered fastly. And I can tell you, if we navigate well politically, we must get it right. We must get it right. We will recover the lost space. We will recover the lost space. And we will certainly emerge victorious. We will rule Nigeria in the nearest future, I'm sure of that.
Thank you, sir. Okay, now let's still visit other people, other groups that are not of the Ikwerre. We have the Oba people. Me personally, I have gone round. I've gone to Oba Omoko. I've gone to Ikwerre land, which is in Ahwada. I've been to Opobo, where we have an Igbo speaking. The entire people speaks Igbo, but tries to identify as Ejo Igbani.
The Igbani people. The Opobo people are Igbanese. You know, Apache Jaja, yes, was an illustrious Igbo son. Illustrious Igbo son, very great Igbo son. But he was acculturalized. Ejo moved with a lot of Igbani people, a lot of Igbos from Opobo from Boni to Opobo, established a kingdom which I believe was an empire, of course, because it had power to enter into treaties. It was an empire, a Sovereign empire. Yes, he's of Igbo origin, but where he is, acculturalization is a job. The Igbanese are not fighting the Igbos. They are not in any way. They are not confronting the Igbo, and the Igbo are not confronting the Igbani people. I can authoritatively tell you that that section their actions.
daalụ nne na ụmụ ife ọ na-anụghị ife barrister Uche Ukechukwu na-ekwu n'ilu akwụkwọ anụwa. Ama m na ife o kwuru dị unu mma na-alụ, and ama m na unu laikiri ife o kwuru, and ama m na unu ga-atinyekwana na anyị lụ, because ife anyị na-eme na n'ilu akwụkwọ a bụ kwuo ife bụ uche gị. Anyị ada anụ ọgụ, kwuo ife bụ uche gị gbasịta maka ife ụmụnna anyị na-ekwu maka nnwere onwe and maka ife anyị kwesịrị ịma dị aha anyị na-amalụ. So unu anụghị ife nwanne anyị nwoke ya bugasị n'ilu akwụkwọ a, and ama m na unu obi dị unu mma. And also don't forget to drop your own comment. It's very important, and don't forget to click that subscription button so that you will not miss any of our update. Get up miss update ya yoga na ya drop here, because I not drop daily news concerning the Biafra and the Old Eastern region. Dano no muchineke umife kemesian.